I've been trying to learn this APT dance by Rose and Bruno Mars. Got a lot of steps, and the way my dances have been has been like freestyle, go with the flow. I don't know. Hard to remember steps, so I'm trying to learn that dance, and I'm gonna post it when I learn it. But I wanted to talk about today NoFap, semen retention, celibacy, being unnatural. I'm gonna read this comment. I mean, yes, everybody's got different views, and that's great and all. But my view is the whole idea of unnatural versus natural. What's our like what we program to do biologically, and what's fulfilling in life, what's not fulfilling in life. Everyone's gonna have different views to this. And I got this comment. I'll just read it right now. From Future Citizen 434. Just my 2 cents. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Damn. I don't have my mic. Hold up. I'll be back. Testing. Hope it's better. But okay, so I was reading just my 2 cents. Take what resonates and leave the rest. It seems you're caught in a cycle of sexual shame, possibly stemming from religious upbringing. Embracing and enjoying the pleasures of your body, exploring intimacy with other consenting people, not only enhances life, but is an essential part of being human. After all, we were all created through sex, whether or not it was rooted in love. People love to bring religious upbringing and shame with sex. And for me, I'm not going to talk against religion here because I've always kind of shamed religion, but like religion has its place. I'm more spiritual than religious, I would say. But sexual expression, there's a big talk of expressing yourself more sexually in today's day and age. And how am I gonna talk about this? Let's see. So I've experienced, okay, let's see, expressing yourself sexually. Like, people love to talk about masturbation being a way to explore your sexuality, whether you're female or male. And so I've tried connecting with someone through sex, and yes, it brings you deeper in a sense, but it's just temporary, I believe. And the whole expression of finding yourself, okay, let me think about this. The pleasures of your body are only temporary pleasures. The pleasures of life are only temporary. What I've found throughout my life of pleasure, gratification, happiness, fulfillment, loving yourself, for me, releasing every time I've released. Mentally, like when I was releasing with someone I cared about, I tried to rationalize and make it seem like I was all right. But it was still fleeting pleasure in the end. After every release, you're just kind of like, non-motivated. Non-motivated is that word? Unmotivated to get anything done, because you want to talk biology. Biologically, as a as a man, as a male species, I think sex releasing that's life. That's used to create life. And if you're using it for anything other than life, this might be an extreme version, then it's wasted just a waste of your essence, a waste of your ki. I think it's called chi in Eastern philosophy. It's like it's your life force. It is your life force. And in today's day and age, I think it's just become overly sexualized, and they've lost the whole purpose of that energy, that life. And by keeping it in, I think there's 3 tiers to actually semen retention and sexual energy. It's to transmute that. When you're not transmuting that, the 3 tiers, I'm going all over the place because my mind is kind of all over the place. But the 3 tiers is mind, body, spirit. Body, first step is to stop releasing, to stop actively releasing that essence. The second step is to stop releasing it with the mind, to stop fantasizing, to stop visualizing, to stop focusing on sex. Because as a man, throughout my past, so much of my life was focused on getting that next high, that next dopamine hit, that next pleasure seeking thing. And every time I got it, there was this letdown. There was this sense of guilt, shame, and it had nothing to do with religious upbringing. I wasn't even raised in a religious household. So I'm still reading this. Yes, we're created through sex. And yes, that's the whole purpose of semen, sperm, is to create another life. If you want to create another life, then by all means, release. But that's the whole purpose of it, in my view. And it's a bit extreme. And I get where people are coming from. In a pleasure-seeking society, in a society that wants everything to be easy, in a society that wants to put in the least amount of effort, because it's like we're looking for things to be easy. We're looking for the 6-minute six-pack ab shortcut, or the quickest way to reach $1 million or to get financially stable. It takes effort, it takes work, and I'm learning that. And it's hard because it goes against our desire for wanting things to be easy. But that doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean it's wrong going against that biological urge, in my view. Hey, take it, this is just my 2 cents, but take with it what you can. In my view, the concept of NoFap, or going celibate, often serves as a defense mechanism, a way to mask and avoid the deeper fear of forming genuine, intimate connections with others, especially women. Here's my view on that. Going celibate, quitting lust, or just trying to overcome lust and not, it's quite the opposite. I think you actually connect more with women and females and genders of the opposite sex and people in general, because you're not so focused on having sex and looking at them as like objects. You're able to form an even deeper bond with them, I think, because you're able to explore deeper avenues of like who they truly are without just without looking at their body, like looking at their minds, looking at who they are as people. And I think you form actually deeper bonds and relationships if you're not always thinking about sex and lust all the time and looking at them as body parts. And yeah, you form even more genuine relationships with people, especially women. I find people, well, yeah, people just being on the celibate journey. The women I've interacted with, they open up to me about deeper stuff, like their past relationships, their deep fears and deep topics, and you're able to connect with them on a deeper level by talking about that stuff as opposed to the superficial stuff. Anyways, it's somewhat akin to certain incel behaviors, as it can come across as an avoidance tactic rather than a proactive approach to living a fulfilling life. Repressing your natural desires and labeling yourself a hero for doing so runs counter to human nature. And for what purpose? As men, we're biologically designed to ejaculate regularly. Doing so is healthier for the prostate. Ha! The whole prostate cancer myth, which I could actually tell this video. NoFap creates prostate cancer. It's hilarious when I get this comment all the time of people believing if you're not ejaculating on a regular frequency, whether it be through sex or self-pleasure, that you're going to develop prostate cancer. Doctors say it, experts say it, your average Joe says it. But most of Western society has an active sex life, or FAPs, pretty regularly and releases, and they develop prostate cancer. I don't know what the percentage is, but they do. And many ancient civilizations, from monks to just the Eastern principles of believing that's like your life force and chi, very rarely, if any, develop prostate cancer. And I'll need to actually look at the statistics for that, but it just doesn't make sense. Plus, if you really want to talk about prostate cancer, there's wet dreams. And I've had wet dreams. And I do believe I can limit my wet dreams by not fantasizing and focusing so much on sex. But anyways, imagine how different your life could be if you gave yourself permission to fully enjoy this human experience, building deeper, meaningful relationships with women, whether rooted in love, fun, or lust. I don't get it. I really don't. But people have their views and have their opinions, and it brings up interesting topics to talk about on this channel. I promise you'd likely find greater clarity and less overthinking if you allowed yourself to experience life authentically. You seem like a great guy, so go out there, live fully, and enjoy this journey. Let me save you some time by saying this isn't the answer. I think you'll come to see that as you move forward. And I think as you move forward, as you have sex, it becomes unfulfilling. It really does. It's the same with alcohol, going out to eat, the pleasures that people talk about. It becomes unfulfilling, I think, after a while, because it's fleeting pleasures. It's not the same as the pleasure of like overcoming yourself, overcoming those biological desires, and you just feel better when you do something hard. And people want to talk about biology. As men, we're biologically programmed, I think, to spread our gene, to ensure the survival of the human species. But nowadays, you don't need that. There's too many humans on this planet. And hey, if you want to start a family, by all means, there's already a bunch of people on this planet. But I already said that. Right now, my mind might seem like it's all over the place, and it kind of is. But I'm not perfect. I'm still working on certain things. I'm still fantasizing. I'm still lusting, and I just know every single time I've busted a nut, whether it was with someone I cared about, or whether I was with not someone I cared about, or whether it was through sex, or whether it was through or fapping, whether it was through porn or not porn, because I've done it all. I've just kind of felt like I've lost a part of myself. And that's just through years of how I feel versus when I'm on it versus when I'm not on it. And everybody has different experiences, I bet, but this is my journey of celibacy, and 365, I just wanted to document it all. And it hasn't been perfect because it's celibacy combined with a bunch of other positive habits that I'm working on that's ultimately gonna make me feel fulfilled on the path I'm on, because I've been slacking on so many other stuff. But I don't know. That's just a comment I got. And I can talk about being on 206 days hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy, and I've had urges, and I've given to some urges by messaging women and going against who I say I want to be, and like putting myself through like playing with fire and getting close to relapsing and getting close to hooking up. And I count relapses and as hooking up also. But you will get a lot of people bringing this back to life too. I like to bring lessons I learned from NoFap back to just regular life. That whatever path you choose, whatever goes against the norm, you're gonna get a lot of kickback and opinions and criticisms and people who love to give their view, which is great, cool. But when starting a journey, a fitness journey, a health journey, a celibacy journey, a journey that you truly believe is your calling, nobody can tell you otherwise. Nobody can sway your decision because you know it's the right path. And I'm watching this documentary, kind of. It's a series. It's a 6-part series on becoming superhuman or something. And they talk a lot on. They don't talk a lot about celibacy, but they talk a lot on like just superhuman tendencies of this person who is able to eat fire, or this person who can meditate and be able to control his inner body. I don't know. There's some pretty amazing people in this life. And the body is truly capable of a lot. So is the mind. And I just want to learn. Like I'm already a bit behind with where I want to be. So time is crucial. And I can't waste any more time. I've wasted already a good amount. But this is a nap. But it just, I know it's, for me, not many people have that calling to be celibate. And I've had the calling for many, many years, actually. I've always been interested in monks. I've always been interested in Buddhism. I've always been interested in just the Tao, just like learning about Eastern philosophies, chi, sexual energy, semen retention, breath work, meditation, different practices, and just like 10-day Vipassana, silent meditation retreats, and getting more in nature. And people want to talk about things being natural back in the day and how it's unnatural now, right? But back in the day, people didn't live that long. Back in the day, people like cavemen and all that, they lived to be maybe like 40 max, 30 years old, and that was the end of the lifespan. Like things change, right? And I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't. I'm just rambling. But yeah, this is just my 2 cents, just replying to a comment. And some might call me naive, some might call me dumb, some might call me all sorts of things. But the great thing about this channel is I'm just expressing my views, and people can choose to watch, they can choose to comment, they can choose to express their opinions, or they don't have to watch. Like I've never ever said like, comment, subscribe. I've built up this channel pretty organically. I'm grateful for everyone that watches and subscribes, and I'm monetized now, so I'm excited about that. Every view is bringing in pennies, but still pennies nonetheless. So yeah, peace. Hope everyone has a great day. Let's learn the stance, man. APT by Rose and Bruno Mars. It's tough, but if I figure it out, you'll be the first to see it. Peace.